Hi, I'm Safiya, and I'm going to be reading a Sari for Ammi by Mamta Nai and Sadaya Pratt. The buffalo have had all gone wash in the village pond and have now gone to sleep. My sister Sadaf is dozing off too. Abba, my dad, is busy doing what he does in the afternoons, dyeing threads. And Ammi, my mom, is doing what she does best, weaving at the loom. Ammi weaves the most wonderful saris in the world, in pinks, yellows, and greens, with the prints of mangoes, peacocks, birds, leaves, and flowers. Ammi says that we have been making these saris for a long time. She tells us that long ago our great-great-grandparents used to live in Mysore. I don't know where that is, but I will ask Ammi and tell you later. Then one day, the king of Kota called many weavers' families here. Since then, we have been living in our small village in Petaloon in Kota. Ammi, Abba, Sada, and I, all of us working on the saris. Abba does the threads, bright colors, and Ammi does the weaving. Sadaf and I help her. Ammi's fingers move to the click-clack sound of the loom, as if flying in the air. Sometimes it takes months for her to just make one sari. Abba goes to the hut to sell the saris. Sometimes Ammi goes with him. Ammi makes so many saris, but she doesn't wear any of them. I only seen her wear old, worn-out sazwakazims. Today, Ammi finished a really beautiful sari. I asked her to keep it for herself, but she said it was for selling. If we keep the saris, how will we eat? She told me with a fat frown on her forehead. Sometimes I don't get quite what Ammi says. We don't eat saris, do we? I want my Ammi to wear the saris she makes. Sadaf says that it can happen only if we buy her saris, but how can we? Buying means money, and we don't have very much. Then I get an idea. I go and shake Sadaf awake. Let's go break our gulak, I tell her, and we can use that money to buy Ammi a sari. Sadaf and I have been putting into our gulak all the loose change that we get when Ammi sends us to the bazaar to buy anything. But what about the list that we've made of all the things we want to buy with the gulak money? Sadaf says. For a long time, Sadaf and I have been thinking of new ways to spend the money while the pile inside the gulak slowly grew. These days, when we peep inside, we see a silver glint. The gulak is full. What matters to you, Ammi or the things? I ask Sadaf in a grown-up voice. Sadaf makes a face and mumbles, Ammi. We pull off the gulak from under the bed. We go outside and smash it into pieces. The many coins come rushing out. Sadaf counts the money, but she says it isn't enough. This money can buy Ammi a towel, not a sari. What do we do now, we wonder? This time, Sadaf has an idea. What if we sell the old things lying around to Humakaka, the scrap dealer? Sadaf and I collect old paper, empty bottles, old metal tins lying around the house. We also collect whatever scrap we can find outside. We go to Humakaka, whose shop is at the far end of the school street, and sell the junk. We get some more money. Sadaf counts it in size. This money can buy Ammi a dupatta, not a sari. We take the longer route home, walking through the wheat fields. The dry winds bend the gold wheat arranged in neat lines. They always remind me of the worshippers at Eid prayers in the village mosque. While walking, we think hard. What about coloring threads for Ammi Khala? I ask after 10 minutes of walking and thinking. Ammi Khala lives in the house next door. She also makes saris, but not as good as Ammi's. She sometimes asks us to color threads for her and gives us some money in return. One time, we helped her with the weaving of a sari that she needed to finish quickly. Sadaf and I spend 2 hours coloring threads for Ammi Khala. Good work, girls, she says, and presses some money into our hands. Sadaf adds it to the money we already have and then says, this money is... Just as my face starts falling, she screams, just enough to buy Ammi a sari. We both dance off to the hat. Cycle rickshaws clatter along the streets. Shops and shoppers fill the market. Today, Sadaf and I are shoppers too. From the same shop where Abba sells the saris that Ammi makes, we will be buying a sari for her, a sari that she has made and she can wear. But when we give that sari to Ammi, what will she say, we wonder? We don't wait any longer to find out. And the biggest smile to Ammi's face.